Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone. Happy Friday. We are Friday making cards, having fun, creating on a Friday. Isn't that so much fun? All right. If you have not already know me, my name is Kim Tilley and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based on the Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia. And I'm from Kim's Paper Crafting on Facebook and all my details are up here. So we're going to be having some fun with some techniques, some just plain techniques with our fun sunflower 3D embossing folder. And it is a really big one, this one. But oh man, does it hit a punch. And I don't know, there's something about today, and I have done a whole heap of washing and gotten a whole heap of things out on the line, and it's very windy here, but it's sunny and we haven't seen the sun for a while here. It's been actually just very rainy month and we're nearly to the end of May, which brings me to telling you about our, whoops, sorry if you heard a crash, some things are all falling over. If you have not heard about our fantastic starter kit at the moment, you get for $169, that's all you have to pay is $169, and you choose $235 of your own products, and then Stampin' Up gives you our 5 new, and I'm just reaching for them all, our brand new 5 new in colour ink pads, and these are pretty special. These are our magnetic ink pads, and as you sort of can tell, you can sort of pick them up all like that and they stick together. But these are just absolutely fantastic colours. You're really going to want these because we have a wonderful new in colour designer series paper that's all the in colours, and we just have, you know, so many wonderful things to celebrate with these colours. And I'll just show you how they work. They're very different to our our other ink pads. Our other ink pads are sort of shorter and fatter and they open like this, and certainly these are all still available at the moment. The only new ones that have come out are these 5 new in colours that are brand new as of this month. So what a fantastic time to get them in a starter kit. Anyway, this is how you open our old ones. I'm saying old, but they're really still in fashion. They're still with us. So I'm really happy with these. These have got a foam sort of texture that you stamp on here, and they shut like this. And these ones, a lot of people who have got arthritic problems and things have been not able to buy those and not be able to use our old ink pads, so they've come up with this brand new magnetic ink pad, and you basically just open it like this. This sticks together like that, or you can flop it over and use it like that. And we've gone back to our felt ink pads, and they still work really well. We're going to be using this color today, and hopefully it works, because I've done this technique with our other ink pads, but I haven't done it with our new ones, so let's hope it works. But yes, I just wanted to show you we have got Barely Blush, Golden Glow, Hydrangea Hue, Peaceful Pine, and Crisp Cantaloupe. And if you've been around for a while, this one is a returning colour. Sometimes Stampin' Up does that. It's like a fashion type thing where Stampin' Up, sorry, I'm just going to take off my coat because I'm feeling a bit hot now. It's very windy here and it's actually been quite cool, but now I am hot, so I'm just taking it off. Stampin' Up choose these colours way ahead of time, and they just seem to know what the in colours are going to be. And from previous times, I actually haven't been in Kmart for a while, but in previous times, if you go into Kmart, you actually see these colours out and about in jumpers and sweaters and all sorts of things. So yay. So getting back to the promotion, it ends on the 31st of May, so we've only got a couple more days for this promotion, and I would really love it if you joined my team. I have a small team, but we are mighty, and we, really love all the Stampin' Up coordination, the Stampin' Up everything. Like, what's there not to love? Because really, it's just so beautiful. So the deal is you pay $169 and you get to choose $235 of your own products. You can build your kit any which way you like, and you get all these 5 new in colors for free. Or if you don't want the in colors, and you get to choose an additional $65, so $235 plus $65, that's $300 of products that you get to choose and just pay $169. And I think that's a marvelous offer. And if you go to kimtilly.stampinup.net, you actually will find the join button, and I would love for you to join my team. Anyway, let's get back. We are actually having fun with this embossing folder. Do you know, I bought this actually quite a little while ago, and I played with it I think once when I first got it, and then I sort of, new things come out. And do you know what, I just thought, recently I played with it again, and I thought, this is a fantastic embossing folder, and you will want it after you've seen what you can do with it. And they just make such cheery cards that, I think the 3D of this embossing folder, as you can see here, that's the debossed side, so the print is imprinted in. This has got the raised up side, so this is the embossed side, and it's just beautiful. So let's get on with playing with our embossing folder. Now, our first card is, I've actually done all the embossing and everything because my desk is so full at the moment, and I cleared it off at some point in time this week, and now it's like a big mess again. Excuse me. So we're going to play and have fun with this embossing folder. So if you're unsure how to use this embossing folder, please get in touch. But basically everything is on your cut and emboss machine, if you've got a cut and emboss machine, to show you how to use the embossing folders in that. So it's pretty easy. So our first card, I've actually done it once already, is this card. And the technique of this is using our, went out to hubby's playground of fun in his in his garage, and found this very used, very loved, but still able to be used, is the oh gosh, I've lost the name of it. You know, it's just a sander, just a very thin sander that sands off things. And when you use it with your two-tone cardstock, this is Daffodil Delight two-tone cardstock, and as you can see, well, you might be able to see, two-tone cardstock, it has got a white core, so you can probably see up the top there that it has a white core inside, but the two-tone cardstock has got a darker side and a lighter side. Now I'm not sure under this light what side I've got. I think I've got the darker. No, I've got the lighter. So what we're going to do is get messy, and we're going to use my sander. This one's more coarse on this side. This is a little bit finer sand block. And when you use your two-tone cardstock and you sand off, you will see that it actually leaves the white core behind, and it's so beautiful. I love it. So when you do the raised up side and use your sander across your cardstock, just gently heading across it, you will see, we've got crumbs and everything here, but this is what I'm going to do. Sorry, just going to sweep it into my bin without dropping the bin, and there we go. You can see that we have sanded our two-tone cardstock and come up with this beautiful, absolutely beautiful, where it's actually bringing out like the white core out to the forefront of our card. Now I want to get a bit in here and get the center of that nice, yes, that's what I wanted. See that? Beautiful. So we're going to add this to our card. Now I've probably got everything a bit crooked here again. And so what I'm going to do now is add our linen thread. This is our linen thread, and I've normally got about 2 rolls hanging around in this linen thread, because boy do I go through it pretty quickly. It's just marvelous. Okay, so what we're going to do is just wrap that around. Make sure there's enough on that side to make a bow. Then cut it off. And I love linen thread. It actually doesn't worry me if it's a little bit longer. I might have to chop some of this off, but sorry, my throat's a little bit froggy in my throat. Alright, so now it's always a bit fiddly to make bows while we're live, while we're doing a video, but here we go. Oh, come on. Get a loop, hold, get a loop, and twist through. And I'm actually going to do that on this side, and that might not, looks a little tiny bit too loose, but I'll show you how to do this. We're just going to tighten it up on the back. I'm just going to get some sticky tape. Now I've shut my door to my office today because, man oh man, it's windy out there. The clothes are really getting well dry today. So I'm just going to stick one on top of that because we got a little bit of extra. And that's okay. We can always fix our mistakes. Not that it's a mistake, but this, you know, with crafting, don't stress about it. Just do it. It's so much fun. All right, I've probably got ample dimensionals here, but let's go get them all off. I really want to try and connect with everybody or people who like seeing my videos. I would really love it when you see this video. Make sure that you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, tell me where you're coming from, tell me. I'm just going to use my bone folder and just burnish that down a little bit so it's not sticking up in the air. Tell me where you're from, tell me what you love about what I'm doing. Now, I don't have a fantastic setup, okay, so I'm not like other demonstrators. I'm just new to doing these videos. Not new to crafting, but new to doing videos. So there you go. Doesn't that look beautiful? And we've got crumb cake here, and then the linen thread really matches in with that crumb cake. So I've already die cut this. This is actually from, this is from our Stylish Shapes. Now, if you haven't seen these Stylish Shapes, mine are in a big mess, but I want to show you. They're the fantastic dies to get, everyone. If you don't already have these, you really should have them because you get circles, and I've even got some still in here. You get layering circles. So you've got 4 circles, nope, 5 circles to play with. Check that out. Woo! And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares to play with. How amazing is that? Actually we get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles. There you go. Amazing. And I've had mine for quite a while, so they're very well used. And then you get these wonderful sentiment ones. So you get 4 of these because you get this one, a shorter, fatter one, a little tiny one, and then this one. And each one of these leaves like stitching around your card. So I'll show you what that looks like. So this is Stylish Shapes, and if you don't have this one, the number on this one is 159183, or just look for Stylish Shape dies. They're just dies by themselves, but you can see that it leaves that stitching line. So wonderful. But what we're going to do, because we've actually shown a little bit of white here, we're going to do some embossing powder. So I'm going to get out my embossing buddy. Now mine is so many years old, probably 10 years old, my embossing buddy. And they come in your embossing buddy kit, which includes a tray and some tweezers and a brush and this. So why I use that, and it's just got, I don't know what it's got in it, but it's just white. But you just push that over it, and the reason why you use that, because static from your fingers or other things actually gets on it, and then when you go to put powder on it, it actually sticks to this. All right, So I'm going to be using Best Wishes, and this comes from, hang tight, I'll find, this one comes from a brand new bundle that's called Opulent Oasis, and I really love sending happy thoughts, special thanks, hello friend, or best wishes. Love that. Love those fonts. And this is an impressions, we've got a new impressions plate, and you get to use that one for that. So I'm just going to get out my cleaner, and I'm just going to clean this again. Now I'm going to get my Versamark out, and this Versamark is sort of got like an inky, sticky sort of ness that goes onto the stamp. So touch, touch, touch there, and always store that upside down. And then we're going to stamp down, get that in there, and see how it leaves like a residue on there. Now I'm going to get my white, and these are just takeaway containers, but I don't put a lot in here, there's only a little bit. Where's my gold one so I can show you? I keep like the rest of it back in these, just to keep it, I guess, more so that it doesn't go off or anything. Now I'm just going to give it an extra little bit. Just give it a little flick. So you'll see that we have our embossing powder stuck to that residue now. And now I'm going to get out my heat gun, and I'm going to, now this is where we will see the magic happen, and I'll just leave it up like that, and hopefully you'll see the magic. This is one of my favorite things to do. So my heat gun has to warm up first, but you keep watching this here. I'm just heating it up a little bit. There it goes. Can you see it starting? And then I just move my heat gun down. It's very hot, so you have to it was too hot for my fingers then. And my heat gun, I need a replacement heat gun. Now we're going to put that there. I'm just going to get some, make sure that's dry, get some of these end parts here of my dimensionals, and stick that to the back of there because I want it to go either side of my twine. So tell me if you liked that. Tell me that you thought that was pretty cool. I know some of my Stampin' Up customers may not have seen that before. So now I've got it wide enough to miss that, and then we're just going to put Best Wishes over the top of that. And doesn't that look just beautiful? That is just gorgeous. Now I'm going to find some You will never guess. I need a good clean out of all of my embellishments, and some are old and some are new and some are borrowed and some are blue. No, just joking. I think I'm going to use these ones here. Yeah, these are probably not even in anymore, but I'm going to get my take a pick tool and I'm going to pick up here. It's pretty clear, but it's got a little bit of gold in it too, which adds to the funness of this card. And I've put 3 because even though we love all of this pretty embossing and sanding that we did, when you go to put your embellishments on, I always like it to sort of catch the sentiment. You might it's like a focal point. Even though this is all a focal point, it's beautiful, I like it to focal point the sentiment. And that's our first card done. Someone let me know who hasn't seen that before, who would try this this technique. I think it's really, really pretty. So that's using our 2-tone cardstock and a sander, a fine sander, and rubbing that over there to show our white core, and some heat embossing with white powder. All right, we're going to move on to our next one. Our next card is our brand new color. A brand new color, Hydrangea Hue, and I have my Hydrangea Hue color here. And this time I just wanted to show a little bit of white just to make it a nice clean sort of color. And so I already have pressed that out, ran that Stylish Shapes die through the center because we're not going to see it underneath there, and it saves a little bit of paper. And then we're going to do this, but the technique for this is actually, excuse me, adding color and gold embossing. All right, so we're going to, this is the debossed side, and I'm going to add color to the debossed side here. And the debossed side is where the imprint is down. This is where it's up. This is where it's down. All right, so we're going to swipe our brand new Hydrangea Hue across our embossing folder, and it really brings it to light. It really shows it off so much nicer. So there we go. Ooh, mine's juicy. Ooh, pretty. Now, I didn't know how this would work with this. Here we go. Isn't that just gorgeous? So we can have it this way, or we can have it this way. Whichever way, amazing, beautiful. We can even have it this way. Probably not, this way. Now that's just added color to like the background. I wasn't sure how this one would go because this is our brand new color and I haven't tried it with this. Okay, so we're going to add that to our white. But before we do that, I'm actually going to get my gold embossing in my takeaway. And I've just got a little tiny bit in here. And then once it's gone, now because this is already got colour to it, it kind of sticks to it. So we don't need to use our Versamark or our embossing or anything. And what I'm just wanting it to do is just stick in places, not all over. Now, if I don't like it in some places, and it's too much, I just rub it off. But I'm loving that so far. Maybe a bit more down here. Oh, yes. Beautiful. All right, so I've added that, and the colour behind it is just sort of made it a texture where it sticks to it. So now we're going to, let's see if my gun. Now just watch. Starting. Can you see? It's starting. Gorgeous. Look at that. Ah, doesn't that look stunning? That looks so beautiful. I really love that. So it's sort of almost like an emboss resist type thing. Emboss resist is like another technique, but wow, love the gold on there. That looks so beautiful. So now what we're going to do is add that to the little bit of white. So that's just 1/8 of an inch bigger all round, and then add it to our hydrangea hue. Is that the way I want it to go, or would I like it to go that way? We might make this card go that way. So, oh, tell me if you like that. So gold embossing over. Once I added ink to the back of here, and whilst it was still wet, I didn't even use my embossing buddy or my Versamark, and I just sprinkled that around there and took it off in places that I didn't like, and hit it with the heat gun. All right, let's look for... Does this one work? Yep. All right, add that to there. And I did that because of the heat gun. It sort of made it a bit whoopy, like it's not very straight anymore. So just getting that perfect. Make sure that's good. Just get my bone folder again and just give that a burnish. Now I've got a bit of gold all over the place here. Now I think I might put it that way. Let's have a look. No, I'm going to put it that way. I think that's beautiful. Oh wow, that is really stunning. All right, so now I'm going to add Best Wishes again to, I'm going to give this a clean because I think I use Versamark, and I think I'm just going to add it with my hydrangea hue because there's enough gold there. All right, so I gave that a clean. Just going to open this up, squish, so twist, twist, tap, tap is what it says, and I'm just going to check down here that that works. Yes, so let's go. Twist, twist, tap, tap is how they're saying to use these new ink pads. And that's the right side. Who's loving this new hydrangea hue? Oh, it's just beautiful. And I don't think it needs ribbon or anything, and I might just put it straight there through the middle. I think that's just beautiful. I'm wondering, do I put some more ribbon? Maybe, let's see. Maybe it's better going that way. Yes, because I think that's quite big for that way, so I think we'll twist it this way. See how sometimes you just have to play around just to see that you like it the way it is, and I think that's beautiful. Lovely. All right, so I think we'll add some more dimensionals to the back of here. Step it up a little bit. That should be enough. And just thinking, do I have any? I don't have the hydrangea hue ribbon yet, and I'm just checking to see if I've got a white or something that might go with it. No, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So, oh, I love that. And I'm just going to pop that one down there, because that one down here doesn't have a lot of gold, so just added a bit of the glue there and added that. We could pop that up. What do you think? I'll just use my little rag here and take that off, and then I'll put my embossing. Sometimes when you've got something gluey that you don't want to attach to anything, just put your embossing buddy onto it and it takes away the sticky. Done. All right, we're going to pop it up. I've decided. There we go. Who likes that technique? These have been around for a little while. And other demonstrators have done it, so I'm not the only one, but I'm just showing you some ways of using that great embossing folder, that Sunflower 3D embossing folder. So we're going to add, now I do have the new, oh sorry, oh here we go. I do have these new embellishments called the 2026 to 28 in color dots, so that's the hydrangea hue there, so I could use that. I'll bring it over my big stash. So I've still got old in here and new and retired and not retired, but hey. Ooh. Pretty nice. The new ones of those. All these gold ones. Ooh. I think I've just decided. These are gold adhesive back swirls. I think they have retired, but hey. Is that too much, do you think? The gold on the gold? Maybe we need some sort of white one. Let's take that one back. That's why I'm looking at those. These are called antique pearls. They're a bit off-white. What else have we got? No, not those. We could do the white, these white ones. This is the Moody palette. I've got some other colours stuck to that. And these are white, so we might do those. Do the white. Oh, my putty's getting a bit... Hope you're all still here. We've got one more card to do. Stay with me. I would really love for you to see the last one. And there we go. I did white to match the white. Beautiful. Oh, stunning. Now I'll do all the middle of the cards later at another time, just so that you can imagine a bit of white in the middle in here. And you could even do a little bit of embossing down the bottom. Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's card number 2. So we've got card number 1, card number 2. Let me know what you're thinking. Card number 3 is another technique, and it's the swiping color technique, as well as using sponge daubers to add color. So this is a fun technique for everybody. So what we're going to do, I have got pecan pie as my card base, so I'll burnish that while I'm here. I've got Darling Duckling as a for just underneath, just a very 1/8 of a trim all around. This is very vanilla. Now we're going to use the deboss side again, and we're going to add colour to here. I've got 3 in colours. I've got crumb cake, pecan pie, and early espresso. So start with our crumb cake. We're going to add colour. You can already see that I've done this once before, and some of the colour actually disappears out of your foam ink pad, but if you move your ink around, it'll come back. So we're going to do the swiping technique onto the deboss side. So I'm going to use my crumb cake first. It's so cool. It's so satisfying having this done. It's really wonderful. So that was my crumb cake. I'm now going to do pecan pie. Beautiful. Just adds another colour to it. And then I'm going to use my early espresso. we're done. How cool is that? Now what we're going to do is we're going to add colour to this using our sponge daubers. So I've got Darling Duckling to go with my Darling Duckling cardstock. And some of the colour's gone onto there already, but we'll just use, and you can make it as much colour or as little as you like, and just add colour to, might have gone a bit too heavy on the ink pads, but it's just all of the colours coming together that looks just beautiful. And you're just swiping on the sunflower to get that colour. Now I'm going to do the middle. I'll come back. Now, where's another one here? So you can use the side of your sponge daubers. You can get a pack, I think, of 5 from the Stampin' Up store. And yeah. And just, I mean, I don't have a lot, and some of mine deteriorated from use. So they're not a lot of money to have. But yeah, who thinks this is a good technique? Please let me know. Make sure that you give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more fun, more techniques. Okay, there's a bit down here, so we'll just do this little bit here. And as you can see, you can add more and more colour to it as you want. Now I'm going to bring in my Granny Apple Green. Ooh. My Granny Apple Green to do the leaves now. This is not Granny Apple Green, sorry. This is Garden Green. Garden Green. Did I say Granny Apple Green? I have a funny feeling I did. All the colours mix in. Yep, Garden Green. So I'll come back with yellow there and a bit of yellow there. Let's just get just in there. Now, just here, I think that might have been, there we go, nearly finished. All right, let's go back. See, I didn't even have to get out the ink pad. I still had colour in here, which is good. Now I'm going to, which one of these? Get my, I think my pecan pie back out. Get a dauber. And I think I'm just going to go around a bit and add a bit more colour into there. I do love it. I love the yellow. go. I think we're done. So now close all these up so I don't get ink everywhere. So I had crumb cake, pecan pie, early espresso for the swiping, and I probably could have done it a little bit lighter. And then I've got darling duckling and garden green for the colouring with our sponge daubers. So I'm going to put that onto some darling duckling. Alright, and I'm going to add, whoops, a daisy. Put some twine around that. Who likes doing techniques? They are so fun. You can get all inky and messy, having a lot of fun making techniques. Okay. Try and get a better bow. There we go. That was better. Oh, I've got it longer on one side than the other. That's all right. Cut a little bit off. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals again. Put a little bit over the top of the string. Take all that off. And put that down. Now I have it's got a bit of gunk on it. It's very vanilla. It doesn't really match now, does it? I think it was meant to do very vanilla cardstock, but that's okay. What we might do is some darling duckling. So I've got a bit of darling duckling here. And clean my sentiment again. And get my darling duckling, or early espresso, I think. Get my early espresso. Best wishes. Now, this is a very old punch, this one here, but what I love is I can stick that in there and give it some flags. And then pop that up there. Okay, so we need just the outsides of that. Actually, we'll do the little ones. so. Sorry, I was out of picture there. We've made a good old mess today. That's what it's all about, lots of fun. And pop that, let's just see if that's straight. Pop that up there. And now I've got these embellishments. That's Darling Duckling, and that's low profile sparkle dots garden green. So I think we might put some garden green. So I'll get my, this take a pick tool has got a little bit of putty at the end, and to get it going you can actually twist it as more squeezes out, but then loosen it off so that it stops the flow. And well, they're sparkly too. I think they're Secret Sea. There we go. You can only just see them, but a little bit of sparkle there. So we have done 3 cards, 3 different techniques using our embossing folder. And this one was the 2-tone cardstock, and we used our sander and brought out the core white out. This one here is hydrangea hue, and we to the debossed side, that was to the raised up side. To the debossed side we added hydrangea hue to the color, back of the color, and then we have added gold embossing to the back, and heated up our heat gun, and then added our sentiment. We did white there, and this one here we have done 3 colors with the swiping technique to the deboss side, crumb cake, pecan pie, and early espresso, and then added ink with our sponge daubers of Darling Duckling and Garden Green. And that's our 3 cards that we have made using Best Wishes, and that comes from our wonderful brand new Opulent Oasis bundle. And this is showing off our our 3D sunflower 3D embossing folder. So 3 fantastic cards, and I hope you liked this video. I hope that you will give me a follow on Kim's Paper Crafting Facebook, or Kim Tilley on YouTube here. Give me the thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this free class that I have put on for you today. And if you would like any of the supplies that we used here, or have any questions, this is my shop here, kimtilley.stampinup.net. Thank you so much. Happy Friday, everyone. Bye for now.